Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by today. We are continuing to work on our Margarete Miller Collage Weekly Planner, and we are already to week number 45. And again, Margarete Miller gives us some prompts to create a collage with, and I am attempting to use only items from my stash. I'm not trying to print off anything or go out and buy anything new. So some weeks I have to step out of my comfort zone and just create with what I have. So that sometimes leads to some interesting collage layouts, but overall I think most of the weeks I've enjoyed doing and have been having fun. And again, for this week we are on week number 45, and I'm going to go through the prompts and what I pulled from my stash to try to create a collage with. And so the first prompt was something that reminds you of your grandmother, your aunt, or your mother. And so I chose my grandmother. And so I did have this picture of her and me, and it's actually a picture when she was in the nursing home that she posted of me and her on her bulletin board. So there's still holes in it. She did pass away, but I did get this photo off of her board, so I'm going to use that. I do like that picture of her. She liked her little shirt that she had on there. It's really bright colored, but she liked it just because it was soft. And as she got older, she really enjoyed soft, fuzzy things. And so she liked the fleece type tops. And so that's kind of my memory about that picture. And this was actually taken at one of her birthday parties at one of the nursing homes. That picture right there. And the other thing I pulled out that reminded me of my grandma was did get one of her scrapbooks. And she has a whole bunch of random black and white photos in there. So she would have taken this photo, and it just of some flowers that she probably thought were really nice. And it looks like this was probably the house that she lived in when she was married with her kids. Just looking at the door and the siding on it, I'm assuming that that's the house. And so then the next prompt was weather. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use this photo or not, but I have it in case I want it. And so weather, I was just thinking like rain or snow, those kind of things. And so when I was going through my stash, kind of the first thing that I came across were these. They're not really postage stamps. They're like decorative stamps, I guess. And this one has kind of some winter scenes on it with snow. So I thought, well, that would work for weather. And so I'll probably choose one of these. I kind of like either this one with the trees up here with the birds, or else this snowy owl. So I'll use one of those on the collage layout for the weather prompt. And then something musical is, I could have added like some sort of instrument or something, but I have a ton of music paper, so I'm going to use that as something musical. I'm just going to use some music paper for that, some music notes. And then the next one was something in watercolor, and the first thing that I kind of ran across were these watercolored stickers, and so I'm going to pick a couple of those to possibly use on here. There's some roses and some butterflies. So I do kind of like that butterfly. That rose I don't mind. That one isn't bad. I don't know if I already pulled that one out. No, that one's a little bit different. So maybe one of those will work. Obviously none of them are the right colors. I'm kind of wearing a bright kind of purple color, and my grandma's wearing that really bright, I don't even know what kind of color you want to call it. It's not really pink, but it's not really orange either. It's just really bright, kind of a neon pink color. So these aren't going to match very well, but that's okay. So that was my something in watercolor, your favorite word. And I have a couple favorite words. I like the word dream, believe, or imagine. And so I went downstairs to grab one of my rubber stamps, and then I came across this one that says, believe in your dreams. So this quote has two of my favorite words in it, so I'm going to use that, and I stamped it out on this scrapbooking paper that I'd used in a previous collage, or also this little scrap piece of paper. So I'll use one of these somehow on the layout. And here's the stamp that I used. I think it was one maybe from the Michaels bin, long time ago when they used to have rubber stamps in their like $2 bin or whatever it was. And then the last one was a calendar page. And so I have a bunch of these calendar pages. They were like those daily calendars, and these are from way back in 2016, but I saved a lot of them because they had birds on them. But what I'm thinking is I can just cut out this little part right here from a calendar page. I'm just thinking that'll work. It's March of 2016, so I'll probably do that for this one. I don't really care for the bird on this one, but... And since I'm using this planner next year, I'm not quite sure what week this will fall on or what the date is. So I didn't really want to do anything current, but I can use this little one from 2016 on here somewhere. So now that's everything, and so I'll try and figure out a layout. And I also pulled this word love because just my love for my grandma. It was a sticker, and they don't really stick anymore. So I'm thinking I will glue that probably onto the layout also, just to use up some more things from my stash. So I can just kind of lay out. Those are kind of my biggest two pieces, and then I got to decide on what I'm going to use on here, if it's just the birds or the snowy owl. I'm just going to cut out both. You know, there's snow in the background on this one, and there's also the snow on the trees. I think I'm going to go with the owl. I kind of like the owl. Not quite sure yet where I want to lay it out. You know, I could put it somewhere down there maybe for that layout. So that's weather, something musical. I have that. Something in watercolor. You know, I do have these flowers or the butterfly that we could add. You know, I could add that little word down there possibly. Just trying to decide what I like better. I like the butterfly, but I still have to fit this word on here somewhere. So maybe I should try to fit that first and then figure out the other little stuff. So maybe if I move that up a little bit, I could lay that down there. So that would maybe work still. Could maybe layer the owl right there. The calendar. That doesn't look too bad. That part of it, I guess. Layering all that stuff like that. You know, and then I can still add another flower up here. And then I still really wanted to use the word love on here. And what I can do is just tear off the top layer of this sticker that says love. It's like a layered sticker, so I think that's probably what I'm going to do, is I'll just tear off and take off the little foam pieces and just use that. So I kind of like that layout. 1, 2, 3. And I don't think this is going to fit on here very easily, so I'll skip that. And the only thing that I don't really like is I don't really like the background that's on here, so I don't know. I'm just trying to see what kind of scrap papers I have floating around on my desk to see if I have anything that maybe somewhat matches. Yeah, I just have this folder sitting here of some random, it's kind of shabby chic colored stuff, so that, you know, I could use something from here. So I guess that gives me a couple things to play with that would work under here. Right now I really like this one. It's from some Stamperia leftover paper. Not quite sure what this one's from. You know, that doesn't look too bad up there. And then I just have this as like a little journal card or something. And I could just layer that one down there just to give me kind of a different background. And I think that'll work. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these pieces down. I think I'm pretty happy with that layout. I like it. So I'm gonna go for that. I just was seeing if I had any lighter colored like pink paper, but it doesn't look like I have anything that would work to stamp on also. So yeah, I think I like that layout. I'm going to go ahead and call it good, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this down and come back and go through the prompts with you guys one more time. But I think I have everything. So I'm back with my completed layout for week number 45, and I'm just going to go through the prompts one last time. Something that reminds you of your grandmother, aunt, or mother was the first one. And I chose this photograph of me and my grandma, and it was one that she had posted on her bulletin board in her room at the nursing home. The next item was weather, and so I chose this little stamp of a snowy owl with snow in the background, because snow is a type of weather. And then the next item was something musical, and I just chose music paper, so you can kind of see a little bit of that showing in the background. Something in watercolor, so I have these two little watercolor type stickers of some roses. The next item was your favorite word, and some of my favorite words were believe and dreams, and so I chose this quote that says believe in your dreams and added that. And the last one was bonus is a calendar page, and so I just cut out a little calendar that came off of like a daily calendar from several years ago, and I just posted that right there. And then as an extra bonus, just to use up more things for my stash, I also use this little sticker that said love, just to show that I love my grandma. And so that is my completed layout for week number 45. And again, I want to thank everybody so much for watching. I can't believe that we're already over halfway through this collage planner. And next week we'll be starting week number 46. So again, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day and happy crafting.